guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do a first impressions video, or more so a was it worth the YouTube hype video. Most of these products are drugstore products that have been hyped on YouTube or really used that I have never tried before. So I'm going to try these products out, or I have, but you will see it now, and tell you what I think of them, and you will see how they work. And at the end I will have a check-in or a long wear test, how my makeup looks after X amount of hours. First off, I'm actually going to try something that isn't really makeup. It's these shields, and you can also use it to, which I am going to, get like a really sharp edge on your eyeshadow, and maybe it will help me out with the eyeliner also. I look like some type of fish and it feels quite tight, but let's continue. So the eyeshadow palette I'm going to try out that I haven't tried before is this one from Makeup Revolution. It's their Mermaids Forever Ultra Eyeshadows eyeshadow palette, and it's so colorful. It looks like this. So I just primed my eyes as usual with some concealer and powder, and I'm going to dip into the shade Creature, which is this like peachy color here, the second one. And I'm going to use a Zoeva Luxe Crease Brush 228, and I'm going to put that in my crease as a transition color. It has a little bit of shimmer in it, even though it looks matte in the pan, so just keep that in mind. So next up I'm going to take also a Zoeva brush. This one is the Luxe Soft Definer 227, and I'm going to dip into this color called Kingdom. It's also a little bit shimmery, but not like glittery or anything like that. And I'm going to put that in my crease also, but focusing it more on the outer corner and just deepening everything up. I'm actually going to grab another Makeup Revolution palette that is also completely new for me, because I feel like I need a few more matte shades to have a complete look. So be right back. This is the beautiful palette that I was talking about. This is actually a collaboration between Soph X and Makeup Revolution, and it's so beautiful. This one is the Extra Spice palette. This is what that one looks like, and I just love like every single color in here. I hope they're good. So I'm going to use the same brush as before, but now I'm going to dip into this chocolate orange color because it is matte, and I felt like I needed a little bit more matte shades in this look. So I'm just applying that basically as I applied the color before. The shades in both palettes blend really nice, and they blend nicely together, but I feel like at least this shade is more pigmented than in the regular like Makeup Revolution palette that I used before. And then with the same brush, I love this brush, I'm going to go even deeper. So I'm going to go into this shade called Brownies. It's the darkest brown shade in this palette, and also focusing that even more in the outer edge and not bringing it that high up as the shade before. Then I'm going back to the fluffier brush, the Luxe Crease Brush, and I'm going to dip into Running Late, the orangey shade up here, because it is also matte, and I want to matte up the transition a little bit that I used before from the other palette. Then switching back to the Mermaids Forever palette, I'm going to dip into this shade. I have actually done it already with my finger, because I always use my finger for this, and this shade is called Ariel. And I'm just going to apply that to the actual eyelid. Yes! I love raspberry colors like this, especially when they're metallic. So nice. For the brow bone, I'm going to use this shade from the Mermaids Forever palette, and it's called Forever. And I'm just going to dip in with a fluffy brush, tap it off, and just put it up here to blend the shadows out and to get like a nice highlighted effect up here. Then I'm going to move on to eyeliner, and I've actually never used this eyeliner on myself. I've used it on other people, and it was quite hyped up for a while, especially in like drugstore videos. It's from Maybelline, and it's their Eyestudio Lasting Drama Gel Eyeliner 24 Hours in 01 Black. And it's just like a pot eyeliner, and I'm going to apply it with both a thin brush like this to make the line near the lash line, and then a winged liner brush from Zoeva to make the wing. I'm going to take this off and put on primer and foundation and powder and contour. and blush. And then I'll be right back. It actually pulled a little, as you can see, and I'm a little bit red, but I do really like the result. It's just, if you have sensitive eyes, maybe you should like do this a few times before putting it underneath your eyes. Oh my god, I just remembered. I will not be right back after my base because I have a, for me, completely new concealer to try out. My stupid ass forgot to click record, so you don't have any idea of what I'm doing. So I used my favorite foundation, the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation. I used that because I wanted to see if these concealers will work with my normal routine. So the concealers I'm trying out are the former incredibly hyped concealers from Makeup Revolution, and it's their Conceal and Define Full Coverage Conceal and Contour Concealers. And I picked up the shades C2 and C5, so as you can see one is a little bit darker, and now I just applied them both because I'm in between shades to blend it out with this brush from Real Techniques. It's their sculpting brush, and I use this to apply my foundation, that's why it's dirty. We'll see if it's worth all the hype that it got. Then it got all quiet. What happened? But yeah, I wanted to try it out because it was so incredibly hyped and it's really affordable, so I would really want it to work out because then I can spend less on concealer. I actually think this looks really nice. I love how much coverage it is. It actually reminds me of my favorite concealer right now from Maybelline, the Age Rewind concealer. I feel like it's a really similar texture. I feel like the Makeup Revolution concealer, if you leave it on for too long, it gets quite tacky, so be careful with that because then you can end up lifting your foundation up. But the coverage is awesome. It blended out beautifully over this foundation. It's set, I feel like, so I don't feel like I need a lot of powder. Yeah, I will set it a little bit because I always set my under eye and a little bit on the rest of my face just to make it like a fair try. So I'm going to use my NYX HD, oh it's so like busted, I've used this a lot. It's the NYX Pressed HD Finishing Powder and I love this one. I've used it, this is not a first impression. Because as I said, I'm trying out a concealer and I want to give it a fair shot, like with my normal routine. So I'm just going to set my under eyes with this. And a little bit like in my T-zone and the rest of my face. My contour and powders went on beautifully, even over the parts where I have the concealer. So now I'm going to finish up my eyes and I'm going to dip into Running Late again. And I'm going to smudge that on my lower lash line. I'm also going to use that shade to blow out and connect with the top of the eyelid. Then I'm also going to take a little bit of chocolate orange just to deepen it up a little bit. I'm just going to fill in my eyeliner a little bit again because the eyeshadows that went on top kind of covered it. This went really eyeliner-y really fast. Now I'm just going to curl my lashes and I'm going to try a new mascara. I'm all over the place in this video, so because I'm going to try out a new setting spray, I need to put on my highlighter first because I like to put my setting spray on before I do my mascara. So I had to choose between 3 highlighters over on my Instagram, and they were the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighting Powder in the color Precious Petals. Then we had the Maybelline Master Chrome in the color Molten Rose Gold. I have tried the golden one on my channel before, which was a little bit too dark for me at the time looking back at the footage. But yeah, I have never tried the rose gold one. And then this Milani highlighter, Hypnotic Lights highlighter in the color 03 Luster Light. The Maybelline Master Chrome one. I'm quite surprised because I was looking at this one and was mesmerized by how blinding it looks compared to the other ones. But the Maybelline one, so that's what I'm going to use. I'm excited. This actually matches best with my eye look, so maybe it was destiny. Wait, I have to like have a good mirror and be really prepared because I'm so excited trying on highlighter. Okay. Wow. That's so beautiful. It's not as blinding as some of the highlighters I use, and I actually remember thinking that when I tried the gold one as well. But it's so like nicely milled. It looks like a glow from within. Wow, that's so beautiful. This one suits me a lot better than the gold one. I'm also gonna put some on my Cupid's bow, a little bit here and up here. Oh my gosh, I really like it. Like, as I said, looking back when I tried the gold one, I felt like that was too dark for me. But if you have a deeper skin tone than mine, then definitely the gold one would look better. Because this one is more icy, so I feel like it will turn quite like, I don't know, like grayish on a darker skin tone. But on my skin tone, or lighter, or even a little bit darker, so beautiful. I'm also going to put that in my inner corners as well of my eyeshadow because I think it ties a look together really nice. So with a pencil brush, I'm just popping that highlighter in my inner corners as well. So the setting spray I was talking about that I'm going to try for the first time is this Milani Make It Last setting spray that was really hyped on YouTube for a while, and I love, before I start applying it, the size of this one because it's perfect for traveling. It's under 100 ml and yeah, just perfect for a makeup bag. I love little bottles like this. So I'm just gonna try the spray first. Okay, so the first one squirted out, so do that first and then put it on your face. I really like the spray and it smells fresh. You get quite a lot of product, so be careful, like not taking too much. Now I'm going to try a mascara I've never tried before. I've actually tried the original one. Where are we? Man, I'm just tearing my house down. Oh, shh. As I said, I've never tried this mascara before. I've tried the original one, but this one is a waterproof version because I have really sensitive eyes that tear up a lot and my mascara gets everywhere. I did like the original. The one I'm talking about is the L'Oreal Lash Paradise mascara, but this one isn't waterproof, as I said. The original one did last quite nice on me and it looked beautiful, but the more I used it, I noticed that when I had really teary eyes, as I get sometimes, then it didn't last on me. It smudged underneath my eyes. So I will try the waterproof one and tell you if it is really waterproof. The brush looks like this. Here you see the eye with one coat of mascara, and here I have none. Is this a good first impressions video for me or what? So this is the finished makeup look. I just put on a nude lipstick to go with the eyes and some brow gel, and the rest of it you saw. I will get back to you on the wear time of everything, and the most important thing, if I think the products are worth the YouTube hype that they got. Annie says my makeup hasn't faded, so I'll trust her. It's actually over 2:30 in the middle of the night, and I've worn this makeup for over 8.5 hours, which I think is a pretty good time for testing out makeup and how it wears. And as you can see, I think it looks pretty good actually for have been wearing it for this long, but I'll take it all in order so I don't forget anything. So starting with the shields underneath the eyes, if you have sensitive eyes like I do, then I suggest you to take the sticky part and put it on your hand a few times before sticking it underneath your eyes, because it's like really strong adhesive, so it pulls a bit. If I had to choose between these two Makeup Revolution eyeshadow palettes, I would choose this Soph X1. It's so beautiful. I mean, they both are, but this one, except being a little bit dirty, I think is so versatile. It has like matte neutral colors to be able to do a everyday look, like down here and here and here, but it also has pops of color and metallics that are so nice. So I really think I would love to like travel with this palette, to have variety but still be able to do like everyday looks. If you're wondering why I'm kind of whispering, is because I'm at home and people are sleeping downstairs. This is more of a complementary eyeshadow palette because it's almost just metallic shades and shimmers and a lot of color. So I love that I have this palette and I will use it because I like pops of color. I really like metallics on my eyelid. But yeah, if I had to choose one, it would be the Soph X one. Then on the topic of my eyes, this eyeliner, guys, it's not even waterproof and it still held up so well on my watery ass eyes. Then to the mascara. As you can see, underneath my eyes here, I have smudges, which means the waterproof mascara, if I can find it, isn't really 100% waterproof. My Lancome waterproof mascaras are really like 100% waterproof. Like even if I sweat or it's raining or I'm crying or my eyes are watering, they stay put like until I really take it off with oil or something. Like this mascara packs a punch. I really love it. But as I said, it's not 100% waterproof, so it doesn't really do exactly what it claims, but it hasn't crumbled, as you can see, and my eyelashes are still popping. Then to the thing I was most excited to try, and it was the concealers from Makeup Revolution. I am not disappointed at all with these. They got so much hype on YouTube and I was like, are they really that good, or are YouTubers playing us? No, I do really think they are super nice if you like a full coverage concealer. Now, if you see around my mouth, I hope you can tell, it is a little bit like cakey because I blended the concealer out there, and I know it isn't the foundation because I use that foundation all the time, but I think it's the like combined like the full coverage foundation and this full coverage concealer got a little bit cakey around my mouth. Underneath my eyes, I think it's beautiful. It is definitely up there to be a favorite under eye concealer. And speaking of the face products, I'm not used to having this type of a highlighter because I'm usually the one that goes for really like blingy, super intense highlighters, but this one, as you can see, looks more like a sheen. If you are looking for a super blingy concealer highlighter, this isn't the one for you, I don't think. But if you like this type of a sheen that looks more natural but still like makes you look pretty and glowy, then this one is definitely for you. I would choose the rose gold one if you are my skin tone or lighter or a little bit darker, but if you are more tanned or have a deeper skin tone, then definitely try the gold one out because that was too dark for me, but I think it will look so beautiful on a darker skin tone. Lastly, the setting spray from Milani. I think combined with this full coverage foundation and full coverage concealer and powders, it was a little bit too intense. Like it made my makeup, as you can see, hold up really nicely. And I love the mist, I love the like bottle itself, that it's so perfect sizing, and the, as I said, the spray nozzle and the scent, I loved everything. But I think I needed something a little bit more hydrating with the rest of the makeup I was wearing because I feel a little bit like tight or dry. So if you like this video, don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I'm getting so close to 10,000 subscribers, which is a really big deal for me, and I really appreciate it, and I will definitely do a giveaway when I like reach 10,000 because I want to celebrate it, and I want to thank you guys so much for being here and watching and supporting. So yeah, I hope you liked it, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!